Okay, I'm back. As I was saying, I don't know why it cut me off, and hopefully it won't do it again. It did the same thing yesterday. I'm going to start doing more of these, and pretty much every day. I shouldn't say pretty much. I'm going to say 5 days a week, maybe even 6, maybe even Saturdays at 10 Central. That's 8 Pacific time, and 11 Eastern, because I think everybody needs kind of a pep talk, and I would like to, my face is just like, I look like Casper, don't I? The light in this window has just really washed me out. Washed me out here. I'm going to keep talking. Listen, you've got to Moxie up. What does that mean? I've been pretty upfront, straightforward about how much I was able to make in my business, and you can too. But you've got to know the right things to do. So yesterday I shared 5 things that you need to start doing in your business. And I'm here to tell you that you've got to be consistent with it. Okay, so it's called ambition, or what I call Moxie. So if you don't feel like that you have it, I mean, I don't always have it, but if you don't feel like that you have it, then you got to start setting some boundaries for yourself, find ways to hold yourself accountable, because you've got to be selling. So setting things up, okay, but yes, that's important. You got to know what you're selling, okay, the results, you got to know your message. And that actually is not that difficult. You're making it difficult, but it's really not that difficult. So you've got to understand what your message is and how to put it out there, and then start doing it times 10. Times 10. So every day. So there are so many ways to market now. Why aren't you doing it? And I'm just going to mention this too. I see a lot of fluffy stuff. A lot of people quote, they put a lot of quotes. They think that followers, they think that likes are important. It's nice. Is it the most important thing? No. No. I'm here to tell you, because I know I've got many, many colleagues that do not have nearly as many likes as some, and they're making a hell of a lot more money. If you want to make money, you've got to price your programs and packages and start, yes, being consistent with your marketing, but always be, hi Valerie, always be consistent with where you're taking them. Like for instance, I own the domain name MoxieChallenge.com. It's very easy to say when I'm having a conversation with somebody, I say, go to MoxieChallenge.com. This is how I'm going to get them to get on my email list and connect with me. And this is how I'm going to be able to share a lot of value for them. Okay, so the 10-day Moxie Challenge, for instance, and this is something that you can do. Challenges are really popular. Okay, so consider doing a challenge. Use something like Aweber to start, or Constant Contact. I like Aweber. I actually started with Aweber, and I've continued with them. They do the job. So it's an email autoresponder service, and it is like the hub. This is the hub of where hi there, Valerie. I said that again, didn't I? I thought you were asking me a question, so I stopped to read. Ask me any question, by the way, that you have, because I'll try to answer it right here. I want this to be highly valuable for you, not just a pep talk to get you motivated, but to actually give you a tool, give you something that you can go and run with and actually make money today. Okay, so creating offers. How many offers are you sending out a day? How many offers are you sending out a week? Are you having conversations with people, or are you feeling stuck and scared with everything? You know what? I've noticed this. I've noticed people getting really uptight about groups. Like, don't put me in groups. I hate it when people do this. I hate it when people message me. When there's a lot of that going on, and I think it prevents people from marketing at all. Because what are we, especially women? We're so wrapped up and we don't want to upset anybody, okay? We don't want to upset anybody. We don't want to make them feel like that we're trying to sell them something, because we just hate that feeling. Well, then you can still market, do it the right way. Do it the way that makes you feel comfortable and is even more powerful. Okay, and network marketers, I've noticed this a lot with them. They do message me and try to get me to sell their product or try their product, and I'm okay with that. But one thing that I do notice that a lot of them don't do is focus on building the list and just providing value. You know what? Rodan and Fields is one that I've noticed. No, I'm sorry. Not Rodan and Fields. I meant Isogenics. which is a totally of what nutrition. I've noticed that they teach a lot of the fundamentals that I teach. Whereas, don't necessarily go and try to sell to just anyone and everyone, but really try to add value first. So build the email list, do a challenge, do a challenge that Lori Harder, L-O-R-I, Lori Harder does a really good job of this. If you are an Isagenix, you probably know who she is, but she does a lot of challenges as well. So she sells Isagenix, but she is a fitness model, but she's also very motivating. She has a podcast. So there's so many ways to do this. And when you're doing it, you're pulling people in. Okay, you're pulling people in. You're being less annoying. And that's going to help build your confidence, because I'm here to tell you, your confidence is everything. And if you're doing the wrong things for too long and kind of turning people off, you're going to feel it. Do you know what I mean? You're going to feel rejected. And when you feel rejected, it completely hurts your confidence. Also, when you don't follow through with things, this is scientific. I mean, they've done studies on this over and over. When you have a goal and you don't follow through with what you need to do to hit that goal, you slowly but surely kill your confidence. And the next time you try to hit a goal, it's going to be harder and harder and harder. And this is the rut that people get themselves in, and why a lot of people never really get to understand themselves and what it's going to take to hit a goal, because they're in this horrible cycle, this bad cycle of not ever really hitting a goal. Okay, so follow through is really important. I was going to read something here. I don't have it in front of me now, but there is a really good test that you can take, and I'm going to post what it is here. It was like this personality test that I took, and I score really high on the action, taking action right away. But follow through, not so much, okay? Once I got to know myself and understood that about myself, I was able to push myself, okay? Understand what it's going to take, because you cannot lose your confidence. Like I said, confidence is everything. So here's what I'm going to suggest that you do. If you don't have an email list set up, or an opt-in page, connect it to your email list. Okay, so that use Aweber. If you haven't done that yet, consider a challenge. Consider coming up with 10, I'm going to suggest a 10-day challenge, 5 or 10-day challenge, and send them videos, because that's going to connect face-to-face. Send them videos in that 3 to 5 day challenge, okay? You can put up you don't need a website. That's the fabulous thing about this. You don't need a website. You can use leadpages.net and put up a challenge. Put up something that is compelling and interesting for your prospect, that is irresistible. No, it's not Myers-Briggs. It's over there. I don't want to go over and get it in case my kitchen's too dirty. But it's something like that. But I'll take a snapshot of it too. But yes, follow through is really hard for some people, and you know what? It's just the opposite for some others. Okay, so getting started is harder, and then once they do get started, follow through is easy for them. So figure out what is your weakness and what is your strength. And once you start to understand yourself, and here's another thing. For instance, my Moxie challenge. I think self-awareness, people don't realize just how crucial and important this is. When you are working towards a goal, whether it be weight loss, whether it be anything, become aware every day of patterns. Okay, so patterns with what triggers you to want to eat the wrong stuff. Patterns with you giving up. Sometimes it can be a 3-day pattern. Sometimes it can be a 5-day pattern. Even if you're like trying to give up complaining or arguing with somebody, your husband or your spouse, there will be a pattern. It'll be either 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. It might even be 3 weeks. I don't know. Everybody's different. But understand that pattern, and then when you kind of figure out what that is, that 2-day, 3-day pattern, you can begin to understand yourself and go, okay, so what do I need to do on that 3rd day to make that change? Okay, and like I've said before, change is always going to require doing something like drastic. Kind of, maybe I shouldn't use the word drastic. Drastic in what you're doing, drastic in your habits. You know, I was talking to a gal yesterday. She saw one of my live streams and wanted to chat and was telling me she does counseling and everything is habits. I mean, it really is. She shared with me just what she helps people with, and it really is about habits and how we all have something that sabotages us. We all do. And you've got to figure out what it is. So consider whatever it is that you do. Valerie, I think what you do is perfect for a challenge if you don't already have something. Use leadpages.net. Get that page up. They're actually kind of fun to make. Hook it up with your Aweber or Constant Contact, and you can do that like within an hour or a couple of hours, you know, and then come up with something compelling and a result. Have it be result oriented for your challenge. What are they going to learn? What are they going to get done in this 10 days or 3 days? And then you can create offers. Okay, so really give them high value. And don't be afraid to give them a lot of value. Because people, they want proof that you have the answers that will get them to where they need. Once they start seeing results, people will fall off without help. That's when they come back. But they want proof. So a lot of what I've shared over the years, I've actually had people say, I actually made money with your free stuff, your free information. I was able to make a lot more money. I had a gal tell me she upped her sales and she made $30,000 within a few weeks. Okay, and this was a new business that she had. She was one that took the information, and freaking ran with it. And you can do that too. So I'm going to shorten this up because I talked a little bit too long yesterday. I want you to do that today for yourself. Put up an opt-in or tweak the opt-in that you have. Put that opt-in up there on social media. Start doing live streams. Start doing video. Get your videos done. Don't make such a big deal out of it. I had another, this is a client. He says he wanted to do, this is actually common, what I'm about to share. This idea that they want to put up a green screen or hire a videographer or why? Why do you want to do that to yourself? Why so much work when you can pick up the phone like I'm doing right now and talk to it? Talk in it. Why a green screen? You know, something tells me there's a part of them that they're procrastinating. They're procrastinating. And you don't have to do that. So start doing it and start scheduling something, say, every day that you're going to do. Maybe make it the same time so people kind of get used to it. People will become addicted to it. I promise you. Okay? So I'm going to cut this short. I gave you 5 things that you need to start doing in your business. Hopefully you started trying to do 1 or 2 of them. And then, but today I want you to actually consider taking action. Okay? Put the opt-in up. And message me, go to MoxieEntrepreneur.com, and there's a little thing that comes up, and message me. If you've not had a 20-minute session with myself or one of my coaches, let's schedule something. I've noticed that the schedule isn't coming up, but you can still send a message and we can work something out. And we can chat and we can talk about what's holding you back, or maybe if it's a technical glitch or something that you're struggling with, but you've got to get motivated and get going. Thank you for joining me, Valerie. Hi, Kathy. How are you? And talk soon. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. 10 o'clock Central. Bye.